Hey guys, I'm here to on this episode to show you a little bit of what I do as far as polishing out the paint goes. It's not my favorite part of the build, but it is one that's necessary for a good finish. Now, I've already started polishing the body, as you can see. After doing wet sanding, I wet sand all the way from 3,000 up to 12,000 grit to try and get the paint as smooth as I can before I even begin the polishing. Now here you see the first round of polishing on about half the body, and it's getting to where I want it. You can see this fender and this side of the body I haven't done yet. So you can see how dull that is after the wet sanding. So what I'm trying to do is get the clear coat as even as possible over the decals so you don't see too much of the ridges. And it's a little tough, but it's getting there. Now what I like to use as my go-to are Tamiya Fine Compound and Finishing, which is what I use for most paint jobs. Now when I have one that's a real nail biter, I bring out the automotive stuff. But for the most part, this stuff usually works pretty well, and the Tamiya Finishing Compound is amazing. So I'm just going to go over what I do here. You guys can follow along, and hopefully this will be of interest to you. Now the first thing I like to do is I use my Tamiya applicator. And this is after all the wet sanding of the entire body from 12 to 8,000, 12 to, from 3,000 to 12,000 grit. Sand it all down. I know you guys don't want to watch me sit here sanding, so I didn't bother with recording that. And once that's down, then I just take a little bit of the Tamiya compound, dab it over the body. I might have gone a little heavy this time. And I like to just rub it into the paint to make sure it really gets in there. And this actually kind of starts some of the polishing for you. And then what I like to take is I take my Keshi rotary tool, which I must recommend. It's amazing. I use it for everything, as you've seen in some of my other videos. And what I'm going to do now with the foam polishing applicator, is I'm just going to go over the paint. Now, as you're going over the paint, you don't want to stay in one area too long, because you don't want to burn through the clear coat and damage the paint. So you're just going to go back and forth. And as you can see, how the shine is just starting to come out there. And the more you do it, the more you're going to polish out the paint. So basically what you do with actually the clear coat, what you're doing is you're basically just smoothing out the clear coat using the compound, which is what gives you that nice crystal clear shine. And the more you do it, and just carefully going over all the parts of the body, you're going to have to wash this thing afterwards when you're done, because you're going to have a lot of residue left in nooks and crannies and in crevices that are not, it's not going to want to come out on its own. So I take it into the garage and to the paint booth, and I just blast it with water using my airbrush. That really helps to clean it out. And you can see here the shine that's coming to that fender. Now we just keep going. Now to me, I don't know what the other methods other guys use, for me, I just keep going until all of a sudden I see that reflection that just pops. And then I'm done. And don't never really know where that's going to be or when that's going to be, but I just know it when I see it. And that's when I know that it's as good as it's going to get. Whether it's as perfect as I want it that I don't know, but I do know that it's as good as it's going to get, and that's where I stop so that I don't damage the paint. So, here we go. I'll just keep quiet, and you guys can enjoy the polishing. Oh, by the way, what you're hearing in the background is a video I'm watching. It's just a build video, one of our YouTube community. I like watching build videos as I work. I think I've said it before, it's a great source of getting ideas and learning new techniques. Which this technique I actually did learn from a YouTuber. Which is what prompted me to buy this Keshi tool. There we go. Gone for a little while. Now we're going to inspect our work, because I think I see what I want to see. And there we go. Even though it still needs a little more work, I think I'm getting the shine right where I want it. Alright. Let's go someplace where we might really see a difference, which is right on this door. Take a shortcut and just apply it with the tube. And rub it into the door. Now this is the cancer awareness build, which is almost done, but I'm running out of time as the month is almost over. And I'd like to get it in before the month is over, as this is Cancer Awareness Month. And this is built in the honor of Maria Torres, family member who we remember very well as an incredible lady who always treated me like a member of the family when I joined them. And Mrs. Onyx Models was very close to her, and the whole family was heartbroken when she passed, so this is in her honor. So I'm trying to do the best job I can. I'm using techniques that I haven't normally used, as I don't really use the machine polishing very often. But I'm trying to build this as to the best of my current abilities. To do her memory justice. You can see here how the shine on the door is really coming out. I really wish I had more time to work on the height of the decals. To smooth them out a little more. That's another skill which I have yet to totally master. But I am going to try my best here. A lot of decals on the clear coat. Sometimes you'll see the decal ridges because of the fact that the decals are on top of the paint. And I've seen other YouTubers that really managed to deal with that really, really well. And you can see the shine that's on this door now. It is incredible. Now, I still have to go over the entire car and give it another pass, but what I want to show you is what the Tamiya finishing compound can do for the car. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit, and we're going to apply the finishing compound to the roof of the car. This is a very, very fine compound. And then we'll go with the opposite end of the applicator. We'll apply it. And this is an amazing product. I will swear by it. We're going to move to a different sponge. I think this is the softer sponge here. And now we're going to apply our finishing compound. And this is what you get, an amazing shine. Now, this is nowhere near done yet. Hey, another application will probably make it perfect. But this is the result of the finishing compound. Well worth all the effort. So I'm going to continue with polishing here. And when I come back on the next episode, you're going to see the body completely finished with all of the other parts attached. And we'll be nearing the end of this build. Alright guys, I will see you on the next one. And remember, like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, spread the news of the channel. It's you guys that keep me going, and I hope you like what I'm doing. Alright, I'll see you on the next one.